Got a package in today. Freaking excited. All right. My wife's laughing at me because I'm pointing at this. My beautiful wife over there. She's laughing at me because I'm pointing at my package, guys. I got this in today. I'm a little excited. It's a new piece that I have. Oh, also got these in today. Some headlights. Some bulbs for my headlight. Yeah, I'm not putting that on there. Got these in today. They look pretty cool. They're LEDs. So I'll make a little video on me putting these in there. But let's get this thing opened up. That's what I came over here for, is my knife. All right, throw that away. Look at that. Nice new handlebar. I got a cheap one, but it'll work. It's from Fly Racing. At least this one won't be bent. I'm going to do a little install on how to put this on. I've never put a handlebar on, so we'll get it figured out together. Yeah! This is the top of the quad right here, the four-wheeler. I don't know, it's hard to tell, but you can see it's bent a little bit. I'm pretty sure it was wrecked before. And when you're driving straight, so I don't even know if this is straight or not, but when you're driving straight, this is angled this way a little bit, because I think it was wrecked on this side. As you can see all the scratches right here, and this brake lever is bent down. So first thing I'm going to do is take the plastics off, and to take the plastics off, I'm going to take my seat off, which is easy. There's a little knob right here. You just twist that and the seat pulls off. Well, it's hard to do one-handed, but you know what I mean. So there's the seat off. And the next thing is to get these plastic side pieces off, which they're really easy. There's only a screw here or a bolt. It should be a 10mm bolt, but mine didn't have one, so I put a screw. And then you have these plastic tabs, which you just take a flathead and pull off, which I'll show you that. Screwdriver. Oh, I don't know why I didn't grab a flathead too. So, screwdriver is really easy. If you ever unscrewed something. One-handed is a little hard, but there's that. And then a flathead. Just for these tabs, what I do is just kind of twist them like that, and you can pull the whole first little piece out, and then this other piece pops out. What I have a habit of doing, what I've gotten to a habit of doing, is sticking any screws or anything I have back into their original homes. That way, oh gosh, I can't lose them. So now this black piece should, well, there you go, just falls out. Now, like I said, I take, if I can, I'll take these parts for, and like I said, I'll take these bolts or anything that I take out and kind of twist them back in. That way I don't lose them. The next pieces are these two bolts over there, two pin things, and then we got a screw here, oh my gosh, a bolt here, and then same thing on this side, bolt here, and I gotta get this black panel off, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'll do a little video or thing. This is the issue I have with my headlights. Only one works on the high and the low beam. So there's it on. I don't know if that's high or low. I think it's low. There's the high. There's the low. To take the, once all your little tabs are off and all your screws are out, you can pull your top plastic. Don't do that if you have an extra fan or a fan added like I did. Give me 1 second. Okay, so it's a lot easier with 2 hands to do this, but you need to come in here and unplug all these wires. So these are the 2 wires that I added for the fan, and that's why I added them like this. All I have to do is unplug them like that, and as long as the hot wire doesn't touch anything, it should be fine. And then these down here, there's 3 of these. I don't know what you call them, little male and female things, which they're really easy. They just go, you just match wire color to wire color if you ever get confused. And then it's best to have a flathead, another flathead. Oh, so you can get in here and depress these, oh sorry, I wasn't even showing anything. You can get in here and depress these tabs, if it'll focus. So I think you do it that way. One's one way and one's the other, but that's the easiest way to do them. So it's really hard to do one-handed. We'll do this back one first. Maybe. So that one you push up on the tab, and it may even be the same for this one. So it's the same for that one. You take the tab that's right here and push up on it like that. If you use a flathead, it's really easy. But then, as long as your wires aren't hooked, everything should just come right off and apart. And yours won't look like this with this fan. I added this, if you noticed in my previous video. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add these headlights to this. So to do that, we're just going to go to the back side and take off these rubber like dust seal things, which just pulls right off like that. And then we're going to unscrew. Actually, I don't think we even have to. You just depress it. You depress the light retainer right here in, and then twist. And and then here's the bulb. If I can get it out. You might have to twist this too. Yeah, there you go. And there's the old burnt stock bulb. Put that off to the side. This may take some finagling, so I'll try to get that. So one way, if you have problems with humidity like I do, I read that you can just take an air compressor and blow out these holes, and it'll help get some of the humidity out, because there was actually a lot of humidity in the back of these dust caps. So I'm going to try to do that, see if I can get some of the water droplets out of the front. Just look at the difference between these two things. These are the new LED bulbs I got. I got these just on eBay, some cheap $12 bulbs. Who knows if they'll even work. But, you know, these old factory stock bulbs, they've definitely seen some better days. So we're going to go ahead and pop these in, and hopefully it just a direct fit. I mean, they should be. So it looks like they're just a direct fit. So we'll attach the little dust covers and retaining clips on. Go to the front, kind of see how it looks, see if you can really see. Oh yeah, it looks kind of cool. Which they're crooked right now because the retaining clips aren't on. So, so to put the retaining clips back on, you just pop it in, align the little knobs that are on these retaining clips, and twist. Push and twist. There's a little spring inside there that decompresses, so I'll go ahead and do that. So just like that, the retaining clips are back in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these up before I smash them or break them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the plastics back on, just hanging here, and plug the lights back up just to make sure they work. That way, which one is the light? So these two are the, no. This green one is the light. So go ahead and this just literally slides back in, clips in. Just like that. Of course, I'll have to put the ignition back on. Like that. And I should be able to turn the key. Oh, buddy. Man, look at that. They look sick. So, I'll have to wait till the dark to really tell the difference between the high and the low, but the high is definitely quite a bit brighter. I don't know if it really brightens the road up, but this is going to look sick at night. I'll make sure to get some footage after I get done with all this and it gets dark out. Whew, I'm excited about that. Finally have some lights. I only had one light riding home at night. My other ones were brighter. So I think the next step in getting this off of here, this is a Moose Racing handlebar, which is probably more expensive than this Fly Racing one. Not sure if it is or not, but go ahead and take that off. And we need to get these 4 bolts off of these handlebar clamps, but actually what I'm going to do first is make sure this is all kind of the same. It looks pretty much the same. The handlebars might be in a slightly different position, but I also have to remember this is bent, so we'll just see how it goes. I know I need to take off. Put this down so I don't bend it, or break it, or scratch it up too much. I know I'm gonna have to take off these bolts, and luckily I bought new grips, but they haven't came in yet. But I can't ride because of that situation, which I probably will put that video in the beginning of this video, or maybe in the other one. It's the washer that I need for the hub that I'm supposed to be waiting on. Ew, look at that. That's gross. These grips come right off, though. I can tell they weren't put on very well. Just kind of twist them and they come off. Now, whether that's normal or not, I'm not sure. But another way to get them off is you can spray like WD-40 down in here to get them off. But that works. So I'm going to go ahead and start by taking these 2 8mm bolts off, and then I'll get the clutch assembly off, and then I guess it is sticky, so it was probably glued, and then I'll be able to see the backside of this better. Looks like just a Phillips head screw, and crack this open and just kind of let it hang. I'm just going to let everything hang here, like hang off to the side. It looks like 2 more 8mm bolts here, and probably the same thing over on the throttle. So we'll do that real fast. So that was pretty simple. I may, it's pretty dirty in here. I may take my air compressor and kind of blow this out a little bit. It's pretty dusty. So I'm going to go ahead and, don't want all that to fall. Your clutch, if you have the original clutch assembly, has some wires here that activate this switch for whenever you depress the clutch in, because it won't let you start the quad unless the clutch is pulled in if you're in gear. We'll go ahead and clip these zip ties real fast and move on to the other side. My throttle assembly was barely hanging on. I mean, the screws weren't even tight, so I'm glad I took this off when I did, but this thing is pretty dirty. So I'm going to try to keep the same angle. I'm going to try to, I thought about trying to mark it, but I don't know if I will be able to or not. Hopefully these are like the same length out. I'm pretty sure they are. Yeah. So just kind of, they may actually be a little short. A little shorter. So we'll see. That may be better or worse. I don't know. So I want to bet the handlebar clamps are no, they're 12s. Dang it. I was wrong. It's a 12. The handlebar clamps are 12. Yeah. If you don't have one of these adapters for your impact, if you have an impact, get one. My buddy told me about them and showed them to me because I was just using my regular drill or just a ratchet and socket, and it sucked. These things are a lifesaver. It makes this job so much faster. I'm gonna do this because it's loud. My eyes deceived me for a minute, and I thought these handlebars weren't bent. But if you look at this top bar, look at how I'm looking straight up at it right now, and you can see how it's angled like this almost. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the new ones on. Well, here she looks with our handlebars on. I'll go ahead and stick those new ones on. I'll have to take that foam pad thing off. Alright. So I think the easiest way to adjust the handlebars where you want them is to kind of get them in, center them where you want them at, this way, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the seat back on, and once the seat is on, I'm going to sit down and kind of act like I'm riding and see where it's at, and wherever it's comfortable, wherever I feel really good, I'm going to tighten the clamps down. So I think that's where I want it at, where I more comfortable at riding. I think this is smooth like this because this is where the throttle goes. I mean, this is more of a universal handlebar setup, even though it did say it was fly racing, or it did say ATV, standard ATV bar. I think it could possibly be used for a dirt bike or something. So it has the twist throttle, but it's in there tight. I'm going to go ahead and torque these down with a ratchet and go ahead and move on from there, putting the throttle, clutch, brakes, and starter little thing back on. Alright. Torque these clamp bolts down, and I put the old grips back on only to know where I need to put the the accessories on the handlebars. Okay, everything is back on. There's that in the right place. All this is back situated. So I think it's good to go. The handlebar's in a decent position where I like. I think it's time to put all the plastics back on. Alright. Last look at everything back together. Those LED lights look pretty sick in there. That one looks a little crooked though. I don't know if it's just because the way the bulb sits in there. It looks like it's pointing that way a little. But, once you get everything back together, it's always good to check all your switches. Make sure it's in neutral. Check all your lights. Make sure everything's on. Clips are all back in. That goes up like that. These clips are in. Those clips are in. Handlebar looks really nice. It'll look better once I got some Pro Tape or pillow top grips on the way. So, these suckers are crap. They don't have, they're grippy, but they don't have any vibration help, which I need some bad for this thing. It vibrates a lot. In. The little clips for this right here are busted off, so it doesn't really set well in there. But that's okay. Now for the lights, go ahead and flip these on. I think these suckers look awesome. They look pretty sweet to me. You can't really tell the difference between high and low right now. That I believe is high, and that's low. I'm not sure. Maybe it's opposite. We'll, at night, later on tonight when it gets dark, I'll go ahead and check it out. But that's another install, another thing. Hopefully my bars will be straight now when I'm riding. It'll also help when I fix this bent tire rod, which I got some pieces coming in for that. Got another package in the mail today. Let's see what it is. So, I ordered some Pro Taper pillow top grips, but I got the wrong ones originally, and they're on my buddy's little bike that he got, that I showed you guys, and now I got some ATV ones finally to put on the new handlebars. So I'm going to go ahead and take those off and slip these suckers on. Should be a lot better. So I saw a trick online, because I'm having a lot of trouble getting this on here, these new grips. And it said to put hairspray on the bar, and it lubes it up for a second, and then it'll get sticky. Well, this is the only hairspray I have, so hopefully this works. I don't even know if this will work or not. It's not even coming out. So there's a little bit left in here. There it goes. So we'll try this, see if this works. Oh, gosh. It's not really working. So that didn't do anything but make a huge mess. I don't recommend that. At least not with this hairspray. Saw another trick that said you could put like WD-40 or something on it. So we're gonna, oh my gosh, try that and see how that goes. Stuff is dripping everywhere, so hopefully it works. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's like 2 minutes of work there, but man, does that feel way better. Grip rise. Hopefully that helps vibration too. We'll see. Alright, now onto that one. New grips. They are on. They feel a lot better than these old crappy things. I don't know what brand this is or what these are, but they sucked. They're sharp, they don't grip with a crap, and they don't help vibration at all. So, got that all taken care of. Kind of looks pretty good. Go around this other side and see. I don't know what I did with the other grip, but there it is.